Hey guys, welcome to Between Me and You. So I know this is something very different, but it's a solo segment of MDTV, my podcast, where I want to open up and speak on topics that are not foreign to you, but from my perspective. I feel like it'll allow you guys to get to know me a bit better, who I am, my thoughts and opinions, because if you know me, I'm a yapper, I'm very much opinionated, and it will allow me to just be more consistent with you guys, drop more frequent episodes, and hopefully give you guys some gems on life, because I feel like I'm the friend that people always kind of go to for advice, to laugh, and just to listen to. And I think I do have a lot of insight on certain topics. As I said, these topics will not be foreign to you, but they'll be from my perspective. So I hope that you guys love Between Me and You as much as I've loved creating this for you. And yeah, you guys can get to know me better. The first episode of Between Me and You, I don't know what I'm going to name this episode, but I just want to talk about me a little bit and my journey when it comes to podcasting. And yeah, just a bit about me and why I started this and how I feel about my podcast. So I started my podcast 5 years ago, and in 5 years I've only dropped 11 episodes. And I really wanted to say that because I have been the queen of being inconsistent, and I've always felt like I wanted to be open to my viewers. A lot of people don't know that I'm actually the face behind my MDTV EP. A lot of the content I've put out has fortunately, I have been fortunate enough that some of the content I've put out has done really well on TikTok. So some of you guys may see me on TikTok, but you may not know that it's me solely that is the person behind MDTV. When I started off MDTV, I knew the end goal was for me to have obviously my own show, to be a presenter. However, I did not anticipate the hard work and consistency that it will need. I started in 2020, and that was the year of COVID. However, there's people that started in 2020 who are further than me, who have dropped probably on their 200th episode, who have been consistent, and I haven't. But let's go back. So when I started, I ultimately started to create a platform where I can interview young Black creatives who can share their stories and talk about how they've practically got it out of the mud sort of thing. And I just wanted to be the host and presenter. I loved talking. I've always wanted to have my own show. So I thought, why not create my own show? I knew that's what I wanted. However, I'm going to be honest, guys, I didn't anticipate the consistency, the discipline I needed to ensure that my podcast can go where I wanted it to go. And 5 years in, I feel like I haven't achieved a lot at all. And I just feel like a lot of it has come down to events that have happened in my life and just me suffering from imposter syndrome, anxiety, not thinking I'm good enough. So I started in 2020, I dropped one episode, I think it was in August. And I thought the next day, I woke up, I saw 1,000 views. I was like, yep, I'm amazing. I knew it would be good. I generally thought my podcast will blow because of who I thought I was. But I didn't realize that for people to know you, you have to be consistent. There's people like the Joe Budden podcast has like 700 episodes. You don't just do that overnight. That's hard work and consistency. There's so many people that I can name that in this industry that have dropped hundreds of episodes. And in 5 years, I've only dropped 11 episodes. So really and truly, that's not someone who's serious. And if I told you I was serious, you won't believe me. So yeah, I dropped a video in August, and I remember I thought it was good. I didn't really have a plan for a next video, but it was COVID, which meant that when I wanted to interview people, no one's trying to leave the house because they're scared because it's COVID. Also, when I want to interview people, there's no studio for me because it's COVID, so things were closed. So that was 2020. 2021 came, and I think I remember I had a videographer at the time, and long story short, he ended up taking some content of mine and didn't want to give back to me. Long story short, ended up going to his house, getting the money back because you can't play that game with me. But yeah, I had a videographer who really, how do I say it? He just wasn't good to me. And that kind of threw me off because I was thinking, I trusted you, especially as a friend. I've worked with you, and the content I've created with you is not, you've taken it from me and you just haven't been a good person. So that kind of threw me off in 2021. And I remember saying to my best friend, like, I don't know, I'm falling out of love with it. I can't really interview people because no one wants to come out of their house, because COVID was basically 2020 to 2022 was a hot spot or hot time of COVID. My videographer is an evil person. He's run away with my content. I've had to go to his house to get my money and everything, and it kind of threw me off. So ultimately, guys, I fell out of love with creating content. I fell out of love creating content, and I also felt as though I didn't really know what to do. I didn't anticipate the consistency I needed. Knowing what I know now, what I would have done is definitely done my solo episodes like this and just spoke on things that I'm passionate about, which is what I plan to do. But yeah, during 2020 to like 2022, I fell out of love with it. And I remember speaking to my best friend at the time. I said, I just can't be asked anymore. and I basically kind of took a break. I can't remember when I took a break, but I think it was definitely 2022 or 2023. I took a break. Even 2020, I feel like I just always took a break. But even during those times as well, I was suffering with imposter syndrome. I was suffering with anxiety. I was suffering with basically not knowing what to do, guys. I generally felt like I have all these amazing ideas, but I don't have the passion to do it anymore. However, for me, when I started out, I'll never forget when I dropped one video. I had gone to a day party maybe that following week, and I saw some guy there. He was just like, oh, I've seen your podcast. And I was just thinking, even in the midst of me not being consistent, even in the midst of me suffering with imposter syndrome or falling out of love with my podcast, people still notice me. Like here and there, I'll drop an episode. And when I say drop an episode, guys, I was probably dropping an episode, only like 3 episodes a year. I'm not joking. But whenever I dropped, people see me out. And they will literally say to me like, love your podcast, I love what you're doing. And I was thinking, you guys, what do you guys love? Like, I'm not even dropping things. I remember I went to Dubai last year and I was sitting down in some beach club. Was it a beach club? It was something like that. And I remember a girl came up to me saying, girl, I love your podcast. And I was just like, oh my God, yeah, like, thank you. And it just made me feel like, you know what? You never know who's watching you. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I met a new videographer and he has been the one that's been helping me, and he's been amazing and have a great relationship with him. But even with him, there's times I just still haven't been consistent myself. It's like, there's times I've worked with people, guys, they haven't even turned up. There's people who've just cancelled the day before. Like, there's just been so much things happening. And all I've always wanted to do, I just wanted to interview people. I love speaking to people. I love learning about people's experience. I love learning about people's stories. I love the idea of having my own show. That's all I've ever wanted to do. So for me, I just felt like, I don't know, like, this is what I want to do. But whenever I want to do it, there's always a setback. Like, for example, this year, even in January, there was an amazing video I did, amazing person, and I personally believe it, I've taken me to such extreme heights. But guys, I cannot drop the video. That's a story for another day. But I just can't drop the video. So just like, whenever I want to do stuff, I felt like I was just taking a lot of L's, even with last year. But yeah, for me, I just felt like I love my podcast. However, I haven't been consistent enough. And I always say to people now, like, if I knew what I knew then, consistency is what's going to get you there. I even saw someone talking about the fact that, like, if you're trying to be consistent, you can't keep opening your shop and closing it. That's what I'll do. Is like, I'll drop a video and in 4 months I'll drop another video. And it's like, whenever I drop a new video, it was getting to a point people were like, she's back. That's literally what it would be like, she's back. Because guys, I just wasn't dropping. And a lot of people wouldn't understand. But some of the reasons why I wasn't really dropping is because I was just falling out of love with it. And with me, I'm a very disciplined person, I'll be real. But when it came to that, I just didn't have the discipline. And I'll be real, I used to look at the end goal more than the journey. In my head, I'll just be saying to myself, all I want to do is present. All I want to do is host. All I want to do is interview. Why is it taking so long for me? But Mariam, it's taking so long for you because you're not dropping episodes. It's taking so long for you because you're dropping January, then dropping June. How are people going to know who you are? And so my goal this year is to just speak and be me. I don't need to wait on a guest. I don't need to wait on anyone. I just want to talk because that is my gift. That is what I'm good at doing with the least amount of effort. And even in the midst of like the anxiety I was facing, even in the midst of working with people who basically bailed out on me last minute, people who haven't even responded to me when I wanted them on my show, it's just like, I know I'm good at what I do. Because when I put my TikToks, it does numbers. Like if you see my TikToks do well and they do numbers. And even though I even started a solo segment, some of you guys may have seen on my TikTok, and the girlies liked it. Like, I think I'm the voice for the girls. Like, I'd be saying what's on the girlies' mind and I'd be giving them gems, and they enjoyed that. And that's what I enjoy doing. So for me, in 5 years, only producing 11 pieces of content is absolutely diabolical. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't blame anyone but myself. Like, there's people that have started after me who are doing numbers, who have amazing opportunities. But why wouldn't I have the opportunities? Of course I have those opportunities because they are consistent. I have failed in being consistent. I have failed in being disciplined. And it's like, there's a time I sat down to myself, I said, Mariam, how much do you really, really want it? Like, you say you want to be this podcaster, you say you want your own show, but you're not dropping. People can't see you. And I'm going to be real, guys. A lot of the times I was, as much as this is my gift speaking, I hate speaking. I hate being seen speaking. Like, when I hear my voice on VN or anything, I'm like, guys, turn around the volume. Like, I hate it, but I realized this is what God has blessed with me. I can't do hair. I'm not a cook. Academia, I'm smart academically, but I don't want to go into the corporate world like that. So it's just like, this is the gift that's God given me, and I'm not using it. I'm not taking advantage of it. Because if I knew what I knew now, I should have been doing solo content. People create content on their phone and drop. People edit on their phone. I didn't really need to get a videographer at the time when I started. I could have just did it by myself. But with me, being a perfectionist also led to me not being where I wanted to be, because I thought, oh, I need the best studio, I need the best cameraman. But you will eventually get there. It's all about dropping. Start now and perfect it later. That's what I should have done. I wanted to perfect it before I started. Even with the perfection I gave, I wasn't able to keep up with it. Of course, there was a lot of like setbacks, but that's normal. But with me, I'll be real, guys, I used to allow setbacks to hold me down. Like when I want to do someone and they cancel me last minute, I can take 2 months of grieving that, like, why they do that to me? That's so annoying. This is what I mean. I'm trying to be consistent. These people are bailing out on me. These people are not responding. The studio's not open. Like, it would just be a lot. So I just said to myself, like, Mariam, you have a gift speaking. You want to reach these heights. And I've never had a clean run of consistency. There hasn't been 1 year where it's been like, Mariam, every single year, every single month I've dropped. There's people that drop every 2 weeks. Reasons why they're on 300, 400 episodes. I have been in the game. I've dropped MDTV in 2020 and I've only released 11 pieces of content. And it is rude. It's not rude. It's not good for, if I'm saying that I want to be this person in the industry and that's all I'm dropping, who's going to take me seriously? I know that I'm good at what I can do. I know that I'm gifted in certain avenues, but no one can see your gift, bro, because you're not showing your gift, or you're showing your gift seasonally. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. So starting between me and you, I know the first episode is just basically me talking about my journey, which I hope hasn't been so discombobulated, but that's just me being honest, guys. Like, I started in 2020. I knew where I wanted to go, but I didn't anticipate what I needed to do to get there. I didn't anticipate that I need to drop episodes consistently. I didn't anticipate that people will reject me because I'm still small and I'm still starting out. I didn't anticipate that I shouldn't take all my rejections as like a proper setback. I should have just picked up my camera and recorded. I shouldn't care how I look. I shouldn't care if I don't have the best lighting. All of that can be perfected later. Show people who you are, like, and then it will all fall in place. And when I do drop content, people like it, you know. I guess the people that watch it, they do like it. There's times I drop content, I've got personal DMs of people having an opinion on it, and it's just like, you don't know who's actually watching you. So yeah, that's ultimately my journey. So creating between me and you, it's going to be real, it's going to be raw, and I just want you guys to know who I am as a person. I feel like I'm very, very funny, very, very entertaining, and I feel like it's why is my nose running? I feel like it's a segment that will allow me to just be consistent, because it's only me. I don't need a videographer. I don't need flipping all lights, camera, action. I don't need people to interview. It's just me speaking, and all I need is a camera. So guys, I just want to hold myself accountable. I want you guys to hold me accountable, and I just want to create content. Like, I feel like I love creating content. I love speaking to people. I love people hearing me speak. I can yap for days. So I hope that you guys understand my story. Those who actually do like my content, please do forgive me. I'm going to try to be better and do better, because I know that there's some people that watch my content. Even if it's one person that my content can impact, I am more than happy. But yeah, guys, ultimately, that's my story. I just haven't been consistent. I suffered with, obviously there's other personal things I was going through in my life that just made me feel very, very discombobulated or very, very just not with it. However, that's not an excuse. Like, if you really want something, regardless of what you're going through, you shouldn't really let it get to you. And there's a video I did on my TikTok that a lot of the girlies really loved, and I was talking about like how not letting your feelings dictate how you act. You see me, when I used to be sad, I will not work. I will not put my effort in anything, but it's just like, that's what's got me 5 years down, 11 episodes early. And that's why I might call this the first. This is what I would call the first video, because I am ashamed. However, I have to be honest, like, me saying I really, really want it, I need to show you guys that I want it. And I want to create my own community of people who consistently know me. They don't just know me, oh, that's that Mariam girl. So yeah, I really hope that you guys understand me. I really hope that I can be consistent in between me and you. And yeah, I just really wish that you guys get what I'm saying, engage with my content, and I hope that I can be consistent. So, uses.